Hi everyone, this is Lee and welcome to another episode of Coaching Conversations. And today I'm answering some questions that my community has been raising to me about how do I know if I'm working in a toxic environment. So before I get into today's topic, I also want to announce that I'm releasing a video series. So I have a three-part video series. It's absolutely free, and it'll take you along the journey of being able to build your confidence within the workplace, and also look at some ways also to build your emotional resilience as well. So this is available for you now. It's been released on the 26th of April this month, and absolutely free. But you need to subscribe to it to actually gain access to the videos. And of course, the link is up and above me. So let's get into this topic today. So I'm talking today about how do we know that we're working in a toxic environment? Because a few of my community have reached out to me as well. So it's a big topic, and there's about 23 different signs that you can look for, when you're looking at a toxic environment. But today I'm just going to cover a couple of those signs as well, because I want to keep my videos short. So what the very first one could be, you walk in the office and you actually feel like you're walking on eggshells. 1 minute your boss may be, really happy, and the next minute, they're snarling or things like that as well. But you're walking around always checking in to see, is it okay for me to speak today? Am I going to be safe today with my environment? So you probably have heard the saying before, you're walking around on eggshells, really careful, very, really sort of holding yourself back and not, and I suppose making afraid of making mistakes and things like that. So what happens is the people in the environment may not be approachable. So that's one way, or one sign of looking if the environment is not safe or not. The next one, of course, is narcissistic leadership. When you have that boss that's just, that one moment they're not respecting you. They treat people differently. They have favoritism. So they're really good to one team member, and they may not show you the same amount of courtesy either. So that's that narcissistic leadership where maybe, people are controlling. They don't want anyone else to shine above them. They're wanting to hold everyone else then as well. So they're sort of seen as the most important cog within the organization as well. And some of the other ways of narcissistic leadership is demonstrated. Sometimes they may even yell at you and things like that as well. So looking at that, and they often use a lot of passive aggressive behavior as well. Like they'll slam things around, or they'll start manipulating to try and bait you so that you react to the situation as well. Another one is micromanaging. Maybe you've been in the role for a long time and you're feeling like every day someone's looking over your shoulder. And that's really a way to really disempower your team, and that is to be involved with micromanaging all the time, especially if someone is really competent in what they do. So if they've got a high level of competence and a high level of engagement and that they can demonstrate that you can trust them to follow through and everything else as well. If you start to micromanage them, that actually spirals them down as well. Another sign is if there's a high turnover in the teams. There's a high turnover and a lot of absenteeism. So a lot of people have a sick, high turnover as well. That's also showing that the environment is not supporting the community as well. And the last one we're going to talk about today is people can actually invade your physical space. So what happens is we all have our personal space around us. So sometimes people can invade that by leaning into you in a non-verbal, the non-verbal communication styles. And I'm remembering one of the clients I was speaking to just recently, and when she used to go to the table, the board meetings and everything else as well, she was a senior leader. Some of the men within that meeting would actually try to intimidate the women in that meeting as well. And one way they would do that was when the woman was speaking, they would lean in right in and actually invade their space. or what they will do is they will completely close that person off. So they would turn their body away from that person and speak to the rest of the meeting and completely ignore that person as well. So many people, and I've experienced that in martial arts as well, where people, they want to intimidate you, they'll step into your personal space and you feel that intimidation because you want to step away. You actually want to move away because you can see they've actually invaded your personal space as well. So there are just some ways. So I'll just go over those few at the moment. So walking on eggshells, having narcissistic leadership, micromanaging, having a high turnover and absenteeism, and also people invading your own personal space as well. So remembering as well, again, before I go today, I'm really excited about the release of this new video series that I'm actually creating at the moment. It's building your confidence and emotional resilience. It's a free video sequence. The link is above me. Go grab that link, jump in there, and they're being released on the 26th of April, and they'll only be available for that 1 week as well. So looking forward to see you. If you've got any questions, please reach out, and have a rest of an amazing weekend coming up. Take care. Bye.